Hey, you guys, doing something a little bit different today. So I've been wanting to do a plan with me live. I know I did a couple several weeks ago, and I've been so busy. Life got kind of crazy the past few months, but stuff is, life is starting to go back to normal. So I'm sitting down finally after several weeks of things kind of going haywire. I'm sitting down to make some goals for myself, think about the last month of the year and the last few months I want to accomplish, see how I want to finish the year strong, and figure out what projects I want to work on for the rest of 2018 before I start to figure out 2019. So, this is Yesenia. If you're here for the first time, I'm Yesenia from writermom.net, and I'm gonna sit down and do a plan with me live. Or sorry, not live. I tried to go live, but it wouldn't let me do the screen share. So I'm recording this now and then I'll upload it. But I'm sitting down to plan um, my goals. Like I said, the past few weeks I haven't done any videos. I was doing one every 2 weeks, and then like I said, life got kind of crazy. My kids got sick. They got this really nasty stomach bug, and then I got it. And then it was like it was like one of my kids got it, then I got it, then my other kid got it. And then once we finally started to get better from that, it was time to go to the 20 books to 50K conference in Las Vegas, and I got strep throat right before I left, so that was fun. And then I was gone the whole week for that. Came back, tried to recuperate. My sister had a baby, so I was there with her for a few days, helping her, get settled into her new life. And then after that, I got sick again. And then, it was Thanksgiving break. Kids were home all week. We had Thanksgiving at our house, so there's all kinds of things to do there. And then now, finally, this is the week after Thanksgiving. It's Wednesday. Yesterday, I took a much needed personal day. I think this is something that isn't talked about nearly enough among the writing community, is just the need to take a day off. And in the past, I would have felt really guilty about that. I wouldn't have done it, or I would have, felt bad doing it. And I basically had a zero guilt personal day yesterday, and it was amazing. So, guys, if the holidays have been hard on you like they've been for me, if you've been getting sick, if your family's been sick, if you've been dealing with all kinds of extra nonsense, and you just feel like you need to breathe, it's okay to take a day off. That's what I did yesterday. Now, we're Wednesday, like I said, and I'm just now setting some goals for this week. Um, and seeing if maybe I can get a few words in before the week is over and the year is over. I haven't written any new words in at least a month. So here I am trying to ease back in, and hoping I can finish 2018 strong. So this is, let's see what day it is. Wednesday, 11/28/18. Um, so in the past few plan with me's, you'll notice that I actually um, did this in a paper planner. So the fun thing about being a mom and having two littles around is that the 2-year-old actually spilled something all over my planner, and it just really soaked into the entire thing. And so now I'm like, okay, I'm kind of just done with that. And seeing as how it's the end of November, I'm actually surprised that it took her this long to ruin that planner. Because I actually love doing my goals, my weekly goals, monthly goals, and quarterly goals. I love doing those on my paper planner, which is the Creative Mom Planner. But now that it's soaked through, the paper's all weird now, and it's just not the same. So today, this plan with me is going to be done in Evernote. This is where I used to do my goals, and I'm still not sure what I'm going to do for next year. I may stick with this. I may just kind of do another version of this Creative Mom Planner and kind of tweak it I'm still not sure, but for now, for the rest of the year, I'm probably gonna do just Evernote. So just write out my goals digitally that way, and then I'm also using the Things app, so you'll get to see that in a minute. I've been using that for my recurring tasks and kind of just to like I'll put in my weekly goals in there and kind of look at that every day. Um, but yeah, so that's why I'm on the computer instead of on my paper planner. And so I'm looking at my paper planner now, and the last week where I set goals is from November 5th. And I think that was before the conference. And nothing even got crossed off. So that tells you how that went. So I'm basically just going to recreate that here. I actually need to look at my monthly goals um, and see how I did there. Let me look really quick. So I had a whole list of goals. I'm just gonna go through them really quick. I had go to bed by 9:30 p.m., be up by 5:30. I mean, no, my sleep schedule is just like I'm just now getting back to normal. Drinking water, I've been doing okay there. Workout 5 times a week. Just started back up at the gym again, like recreating that habit too. Like all of these good habits that I had just kind of went out the window the past month. I didn't completely go back to really bad old habits, but all of my good habits. Like I'm basically starting from scratch again. Take one self care day. I actually did that yesterday. Read 5 books. Probably behind on that. Let's see. Stay on track with the Boyfriend Dare draft. Yeah, I haven't written a word. I did finish editing. I'm just gonna write down what I did do. How's that? So maybe I will do bullets. I'm going to change this to November progress just to make a quick note. So now that it's the end of, we're pretty much at the end of November, I usually go in and look at my monthly goals and I cross off what I did. So I'm just going to write down what I did make progress on basically, just to kind of, you know, record my wins and celebrate that at least, even if I didn't nearly do as much as I'd wanted. That just happens sometimes, it's life, and that's really what I love about being an indie author and running my own business is that, life got crazy, life happened, and I was able to be there for my family. I was able to be there for my sister. I was able to be there for my kids when they got horribly sick and were vomiting multiple times a day and had to go to the doctor. And when I wasn't feeling great, I was able to take a few days off and kind of take it easy. So I'm okay. Like I don't feel bad about this at all. Like I'm just, now I'm just trying to get back into my routine. So finished editing. Oops. Good Girl, Bad Boy. This was my new release that came out at the beginning of November. It was like mid-November. Um, prepared for release or for launch. I also launched Good Girl, Bad Boy. This actually went live while I was in Las Vegas, and yeah, probably never again, because things just got kind of crazy when I got back, so wasn't expecting that. So that went pretty well. Um, finished, even if the whole Kindle store is kind of wonky right now, the launch went pretty well, I guess. Um, let's see, I did finished editing my Christmas story, which is All I Want for Christmas. That was like a little bonus Christmas story I did, like a novella. And prepared for release. It wasn't this one hasn't been nearly as big of a launch because it is a novella. I'm kind of just launching on a smaller scale just because I did launch the previous book a couple of weeks ago, and that was the full length, next book in the series. This was just kind of written last minute as a holiday boost and like bonus story for my readers, and just hoping to make a little bit of extra money and have fun with that. And I also launched that. I actually just sent out an email to my readers like 30 minutes ago, letting them know that that was available, and it's on 99-cent sale right now. Let's see, what else did I do? I also finished a client edit, and that took me forever. This job, which should have taken me like a week tops, actually ended up taking me, gosh, like a full month, just because I was gone to the conference, my kids got sick, and then I got sick, and then yeah, my sister had a baby, like all of those crazy things. Thankfully, this client was super understanding, um, and I was finally able to get that back to her. But I'm actually no longer editing. I've decided I'm not gonna edit any longer, and it should free up a good chunk of time to keep writing more consistently and get back some of that time that I need to be using so I can publish consistently every 2 months in 2019. And then she actually happened to let me know that she's going to be taking a year off too. So I thought, okay, like if that's not a sign, I don't know what is. So yeah, that was my November progress. Now, I like to start like from the big picture and then kind of zoom in. So I'm just going to look at December goals. If it weren't so late in the year, if we weren't in the last month of the year, I'd probably be looking at my quarterly goals. Actually, let me look in my planner and see what I had. I think it was basically just finish the year strong, but let me make sure I'm not forgetting something. Let's see here. Because I usually start by quarter and then kind of break things down starting from there. So third quarter, no, actually fourth quarter, right? Fourth quarter, I have what one big goal will I accomplish this quarter? Finish strong, launch 2 more books like a boss. I mean, I've basically done that. I'm in, launching that second book now, and I'm trying to finish strong. So really, I guess if I can just get back to my writing habit, get back to writing consistently, staying on schedule. I'm probably a little bit behind schedule at this point, but that's okay because I was actually ahead of schedule, so it'll be fine. It's not the end of the world that I wasn't able to write for a month. Let's see here. I think that's basically it. I basically just need to get back to writing consistently. So actually I'm going to do, whoops, okay, yeah, there we go. So get back to writing consistently 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. At least 1,000 words a day. So really, the more specific you can be, the better. I'm gonna make this bigger just in case you guys can't see. I hadn't really thought of that. Let me see, it's too big. Maybe that's good. And I like to bold things, so let's do that. Okay, so I hope that's better and you guys can see that better. Sorry about that, I just realized that the font's probably tiny. Okay, so November progress, December goals. So get back to writing consistently 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, at least 1,000 words a day. Let's see, what else do I need to do? I usually like to have some kind of word count goal. Let me look at my book really quick and see where I'm at, because I don't even remember. And I don't even know which of these files it's supposed to be. I think it's this one. I'm not sure. Let me just look at the word count really quick, just so I can have an idea if I'm going to be able to finish this month or not. So I'm 6,000 words in, and I'm aiming for 50,000. Okay, so if I do, let me use my phone really quick. Where did I leave that? Okay, so if I do, let me pull up my calculator app on my phone. Normally, if I can get in 9 or 10,000 words a week, that's great, but I know it's going to be tough to get back to 2,000. Usually I like to do 2,000 words a day, but if I can do 1,000, let's see, if I can get in 2,000 this week, And then maybe next week do 1500 times 5, 7500 plus 2000. Got my calendar. I need to have an idea of when I'm going to finish this next book, so that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. So if I can do 2,000 words this week and then 7,500 next week by doing 1,500 words a day times 5. And then after that, if I can get back to 2,000 words a day, let's see, 10, 20. Christmas is probably going to be crazy, so I'll probably take a couple days off there. So that's another 28,000 for the rest of December. Let me see how much that is total. So this is just kind of estimating here what I think I can do realistically. So that's 37,000 words. Plus the 6,500 I already have, 44,000. So if I can get to 40K, then I think that should be a reasonable goal. So basically what I did is I think I can do 2,000 this week, do 1,500 times 5 the next week, kind of start to increase that a little bit, and then so that's 7,500, and then the 2 weeks after that do 2K a day, you know, and then for the next few days, the rest of December basically I can get 28,000, so that's how I got that number. And then plus the 6,500 I already have. So if I can get to 40,000 words, hit 40,000 words in the boyfriend, their book, then that would be awesome. And then I would just need another week or so to finish in January, and I would pretty much be on track to publish by late January or early February. That's the goal for that book. I should also probably start outlining the next book. So outline book 4. So, or is this? No, this is book 4. So is this right? Am I thinking right? Let me see. Yeah, so I just released book 3. This will be book 4. So wow, I can't believe this. Like I just started writing this series. Gosh, I published the first book in May, and 5 books later, I can't believe. Wow. Okay, so outline book 5, which is my brother's best friend. That's the title of that book. So I need to outline that. If I can have that ready to go, so right when I finish this book, if I can start writing the next one, like the week after, that would be great. Okay, so, and I think I may have already started on it. I can't remember. Let's see. What else do I need to do in December? Take Christmas Eve and take Christmas Eve and Christmas Day off. Trying to do more of that, so I'm gonna go ahead and write that down. And that's gonna be guilt-free, spend time with family. That should be fun. And then I'm trying to think, what else do I need to do? Let me look at my November goals and see if there's anything else there that I need to. Probably just self-care goals is what I can think of. Let's see. Yeah, so let's get my personal kind of self-care goals in here. So let's get sleeping back on track. So go to bed by 9 p.m. and be up by 6 a.m. So there's that. Let's say every day. I'm going to aim for at least 6 days a week, but we shall see. Let's see what else. Drink 70 ounces of water daily and work out 5 times a week. So kind of trying to get those 3 habits back on track. I also need to finish my Goodreads challenge. Reading challenge, that's what it is. Let me go look really quick how many books I have left there. It's not going to be an easy task. Let me see. So maybe those 2 days off will help me get back on track there. Let me look. So yeah, so I have like 12 books left to read in about a month, so that should be fun. I've never missed, like I've never not met these challenges, so I'm going to be kind of bummed if I don't. So hopefully I can do that. I have my go-to Animorph series that I've been reading. I have been taking a break from that, so I think that's why I'm kind of behind. I think if I start reading those again, I should be able to catch back up. They're pretty quick reads. Okay, let me see if there's anything else. I mean, there's some other self-care things on here, but I think 3 is enough. Like this, I think I can get back to. Sleeping is probably going to be the hardest. Let's see. I think that's it. Let me just add, oh no, I think that's it. I think that's enough. There's some other things I could be doing here, but these are the most important things for sure. And there's marketing to do too, but I mean, that kind of gets done anyway. Let's see. So, weekly goals for 11/26/18. So now we're breaking this down. So, okay, so now I'm going to refer to my okay, so knowing my December goals, what do I need to do this week? So I need to write 1,000 words. I need to write 2,000 words this week. So maybe like 1,000. I want to do at least 500. Let me see if this will let me. No, it's not gonna let me. I'm just gonna break this down. 500 today, 1,000 tomorrow, Thursday, 1,000 Friday. And that'll give me a little bit of a buffer if I need it. I'd like to do something today because it's just been too long. Okay, and then start outlining my brother's best friend. This could be just setting up the Scrivener document. That'll be fine. Just as long as I can kind of get that started, at least I'll be happy there. Let's see, what else? Go to bed by 9 p.m. and be up by 6 a.m. every day this week. Really need to start doing better there, you guys. Drink 70 ounces of water every day this week. Work out 5 times this week, and I'm actually on track. 5 times. There we go. And then read 2 books. So I'm actually listening. I need to finish my audiobook and I need to finish my ebook and maybe one more. I don't know. We'll kind of see. I'll probably go on to Animorphs. Okay. So I think those are my. Let me look at my other weekly goals that I usually set. I know there's some marketing stuff I need to do. Let's see. Can't find my place. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I do need to send out the Writer Mom Saturday newsletter. Haven't sent one of those. I think I sent one out last week, maybe. I can't remember, but I haven't been consistent with that either. That's how crazy things have been. Uh, Post Monday must reads. These are just kind of like some recurring things. And I need to keep an eye on Amazon ads daily. I might set up 2 more ads for book 2 because that book I've been noticing has been underperforming lately, and I'd like to get that book back up a little bit. So I'm gonna see if setting up a couple ads will help boost it. We'll see. So I think that's what I need to do for the rest of this week. A little bit of writing. If I can just set up the Scrivener doc for that, I'll be happy. Work on my sleeping, water, and workout habits. Read. Send out the Writer Mom Saturday newsletter. Post Monday must reads as usual. Keep an eye on my ads and set up a couple new ones. So I think I'm all set now, and it feels great to finally like write all of this down and figure out what I need to do. Oh, and something else. Oh, I can't believe I didn't think of this since I was just talking about it. I also need to set 2019 goals. So I don't know if that's gonna be. This is seriously like my favorite thing to do. Like it's my favorite time of year just because it's like blank slate, fresh start, new year, and there's like so much potential. I just love this time of year. So I'm just gonna have a blast setting my 2019 goals. Um, I'm not sure if I'm gonna make another version of my new planner or if I'm gonna stick with Evernote. I'm not sure yet. I do like handwriting my weekly goals, but I mean, this could work. I'm not sure. And this is handy because I can just look at it on my phone anywhere. The one thing I'm not loving about the paper planner is like, I don't want to always carry it with me, even just around the house. Like, if it's downstairs in my office and I'm upstairs, or, if I need to carry it with me, that kind of thing. So, I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. So, I'm gonna figure that out. Am I gonna use a paper planner? I need to think about quarterly goals, um, bit goals, word of the year, that kind of thing. So I'm just going to leave a note there. That should be fun. I'm definitely going to do a video for that, and you can see me kind of brainstorm and figure all of that out live. So that should be fun. But other than that, I want to say I've covered pretty much everything. I made a note of what I did. Like, I actually did a lot in November if you think about it. I didn't really write at all. I edited 2 books. I launched 2 books. I finished the client edit. I went to the 20 books to 50K conference and learned, and I need to do a video about that because there was just so much that I learned. So yeah, I actually did a lot even though stuff got kind of crazy. Usually it's like all this kind of stuff I can still kind of do when life becomes like that. But it's like the writing that is a struggle for me when I'm traveling or when I'm stuff is going on with family, that kind of thing. But I still did a lot. I'm pretty proud of myself. And if I can do all of this in December, I'll be pretty happy and I'll be on track to finish strong. Finish 2018 strong. So that's really my main thing for December, to just finish strong, get back to writing consistently, um, and get some of those self-care habits back on track. Okay, so let's go through the very last part of my goal setting process. This is actually my fourth time recording this last segment of this plan with me. ScreenFlow just started to bug out and just exit out randomly like 3 times in a row. I'm hoping it was that it just didn't like me switching screens, so I'm trying to keep everything on the same screen here and see if that works. And I also rebooted my computer, so here's hoping, because I may just give up otherwise, and I have another video I want to record for you guys about Scrivener. So, like I said, the last part of my process, um, I basically start checking in with my quarterly goals. We did that. I looked at my progress for last month, set some new goals for this upcoming month, broke that down into what I need to do this week to stay on track or get back on track for some of these goals. And now I'm going to break this down even further into daily tasks in my Things app. Now, I already did this a little bit here, but now I'm going to actually put this into my Things app so that when I look at this every day, this is kind of like my go-to thing over here that I look at every day for what I'm supposed to do. Um, I know what I'm supposed to be doing. Some people do great just with the weekly goals. This is also a great way to set your goals. If you don't like, um, allotting things by day or something, maybe you just like having a weekly list of things to do to glance at and just kind of starting at the top or starting with what you feel like doing, that kind of thing, that works too. I just like breaking it down by day and knowing what I'm going to be doing each day. So that's what I'm going to do now. So my Things app is over here. Another great option for this is Asana. Um, Asana is free and basically does most of what this does. I have this on my phone and on my computer, which Asana can also do. I had to pay for this though. It was a little bit pricey, but I do like it a little bit better. So I'm using this for now. And like I said, I just look at this every day to see what I'm supposed to do. I have a lot of recurring tasks in here, especially marketing tasks, newsletter related tasks, marketing related tasks, writer mom related tasks, that kind of thing, business kind of tasks. So I also input here my weekly goals. So I'm going to start with the writing goals. So the goal is to do 2,000 words this week. I'm going to break it down and say, write 500 words for the boyfriend there. Oops. And I'm going to leave that as today. And then I'm just gonna duplicate that, and then for tomorrow, 1,000 words. Let's see if I can work up to that. And then Command S, or you can click on that and then change it to tomorrow. Same thing, except this is gonna be for Friday. So now I have this task here at the top for my writing goal. And I like having it here at the top because it's the first thing I see, and then I have some other kind of sections over here. But this is some of my most important things up here. Look, I had already set this before because, like I said, I tried to do this before, so let me just delete that one. And then if you go over here to upcoming, again, just did this twice. So let me delete the duplicate ones. Now you can see it in upcoming. 1,000 words tomorrow, 1,000 words Thursday. So my writing goals are in there now. And then start outlining my brother's best friend. I think I may start doing that tomorrow. So let me just create a new task. Start outlining um, my brother's best friend. So if this just, like I said before, if I can just set up the document and kind of get, the beat structure into place, just copy paste it from my last book, that kind of thing, I'll be happy if I can do that this week. Cause I'm still kind of trying to ease back into everything. I'm gonna do that tomorrow because I've only got about an hour left, so do that tomorrow. So again, that should show up. Yep. And then let's see, go to bed. This, I basically just have an alarm on my phone for my water. My mug that I carry everywhere is my reminder. Work out 5 times a week. I automatically go to the gym after dropping off my 6-year-old at school. Even if today I was a little bit like, no, but I just want to go back home. I still made myself go in and it was fine. I survived. So I'm actually on track to meet that. So that's good because it's been a month and I'm actually sore. Read 2 books. I don't really set anything in the things up for this. I just kind of, read in the morning, read at night, read in the day if I can. Send out the Writer Mom Saturday newsletter and post Monday must reads. Those should be recurring tasks over here. So here I have Monday must reads, schedule the newsletter. That's already in there. Keep an eye on the Amazon ads daily. That's in there. So those are at the top over here. And then I also wanted to set up 2 more ads, so I might put that in there just so I don't forget. Set up 2 Amazon ads for Good Girl, Bad Boy. Just because this book, like I said, has been underperforming, so I'm hoping that if I get a couple ads started, I can kind of get it back on track. So I'm just going to leave that at the top because I'm going to see if I can do that today. So yeah, now I think I've got everything else in there. So it's just a few things. A lot of these are recurring, a lot of these don't go in there. It's basically my most important ones are my writing goals. Now that's done, and like you can see, I'm behind on some other things of business tasks in here. I just did my weekly goals and challenges, and I just did my plan with me live. How meta is that? And I have a few other things that I need to catch up on, but it's okay. It's not like urgent things. These are things that can wait or they're not due yet, so it's okay. So I'll be focusing on this first. I don't have any Facebook ads to manage right now. I'm gonna delete that. But I'm gonna go do all this other stuff. So that's where I'm at now. So set up my monthly goals, my weekly goals, and now I made sure that when I look at this, those are in there. So pretty happy there. So that's it for me. That's it for this plan with me. If you have any questions for me, or if you want to share your own weekly goals or how your process works for your goal setting, I'd love to hear all of that below in the comments. And then other than that, I'll see you in the next video, which will be all about Scrivener and my favorite features in Scrivener. For anybody who's new or would like to see some of those features, I know some of you guys have asked me how I set up the progress bar and that my word count charts, that kind of thing. So I'll see you there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.